Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Musician Chat. My name is Alice Randall, and today I've got a very inspiring guest called Wallace Mair, who's all the way in Australia. I'm going to bring him in now. And hello, Wallace. How are you?
Hello, Alice. Lovely to meet you at last. Yes, I'm
Hello.
doing
Yes,
okay.
yes. No,
I'm doing okay.
we always have a habit with this show where the intro doesn't work at the beginning, but it will work at the end for some reason. So when always has an intro that's
No,
meant to play, it's saying it's you at the end of the day, but nevertheless, it doesn't work. But oh well. Okay, well, so thank you very much for coming on Musician Chat this evening and stuff like that. Also, I've got a few messages to say to people before we start. Um, so obviously this show is on once a week at the moment. Is at the end of the day. This show is to help and support musicians. However, musicians are required to pay a £2 donation to come on the show to help with the cost of the subscriptions, and donations are also optional to viewers as well. And if you want to go and donate during this program, then you can go to the link https colon forward slash co hyphen fi.com/musician chat, and I'm going to put it in the chat as well. Don't forget as well to come and say hello, and also leave your comments in the comment section to let me know you are here, and also to say hello. So Wallace, right? Okay, so let's start with the nitty gritty of things, and let's talk about you first of all. So you as a musician, first of all. So what was the massive bigger thing that got you intrigued into the music industry and writing your first song?
yes. Well, that goes way back, Alice. That goes way back to 1980. Showing my age now, but uh, my dad and uncle were in a band in the 60s, and they did very, very well. They were very well known, and I kind of got it, from my dad and uncle to, it was just something I always wanted to do. I started playing at 14 years old, and it all came from there. I started writing songs at 15, and I haven't stopped. I've just kept going since then, Alice. I just love writing, performing, and everything that goes with music.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm very happy with what I've achieved. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Now, Wallace, we've got a comment coming from Ricky Armstrong. He says, "Hello, Alice and Wallace. Great single." He says, "I'm Ricky from the band Ricky's Brother Rabble." So Ricky says, "Hello to you, Wallace."
Hey, Ricky, lovely to meet you. Thanks very much for your
Hello, Ricky.
comment. Thank
Hello,
you.
hello. You know who I am, Ricky. By all means, you do. And also, he puts have a great show as well and stuff like that. So thanks for that very much. And like I say, if you want a basic comment, you can do so on the Facebook page. Tonight is Alice Randall. It is the actual page. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the musician chat page to work because I think it is quite a new account anyway. But nevertheless, so Wallace, so yeah, you talked about obviously your background and stuff like that. So what is it like nowadays for musicians? Obviously you grew up in like obviously when obviously sort of like it was a swinging 60s era, so how would you say that music had changed from today's era to like the 60s and 70s and stuff like that?
Um, just the amount of people that are doing it now. Things are harder. It's even it's even more difficult for musicians now. You've always heard of the struggling musicians, the struggling artist, and it's becoming even more so now. It was a better environment, I think, back in the early days of rock and roll. But now it's just like everybody's doing it. It I don't know what it is. It just things are just not the way it was. Maybe that's just the changing world, you know. It's just the way it's going to be going forward, and but certainly it was a lot better back in the day, I think, you know. But it's just the way it's going, Alice. I genuinely believe that, you know. There's that many different kind of genres now as well. So yeah, that's the music world for you. That's how it goes, I suppose, nowadays.
Yeah, and what do you say needs to happen to, like, if there was one bigger thing that you could say, what do you say needs to happen to actually, like, break that, you know, at the end of the day? So, what would you like to see happen, you know, as a musician? And probably all other musicians out there, you know, you speak for as well.
Yeah. Oh, what could you do? I really don't know what you would do, Alice.
Yeah,
You know, the internet, everybody's got access to the internet, so
yeah,
um, it's never really going to stop. You've got AI as well, really starting to come in now. um, Money, there's not the same amount of money anymore in the music world. You know, record companies really don't invest like they used to. With artists, and it's just a huge divide now. The divide in music between guys like myself, compared to the big stars is huge. You really need a rocket to get there. But
yeah,
um, yeah, it's I don't know. As long as people's enjoying what they're listening to, then it's freedom of choice and
yeah,
what they want to do. So, but it's very difficult nowadays, Alex. Yes.
yeah. Exactly. So let's go back and talk about like when obviously, you know, you wrote your first song, obviously, because you were telling me beforehand that your mum and dad played with the Beatles. Is that correct?
My dad and uncle, they met the Beatles one night in London after they came back from America. Um, they played alongside the Jefferson, the Kinks, bands like that. Paul McCartney did play my uncle's bagpipes in the pub that night because my dad's band introduced bagpipes to rock and roll, and it worked really well. So McCartney decided that he wanted short pipes, and yeah, that's a whole story in its own.
And
There's
and and yeah, and did you like the Beatles?
Yeah, yeah. I've always liked the Beatles, and uh, I mean, you'll never really get that again, Alice. That's that storyline.
No.
That was the way it was for rock and roll bands, pop bands back in the day. You played in bars and you came through the ranks, and if people really liked it, they became fans, and all kind of went from there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. No,
yeah,
that's
it's
great.
a good story. That's a good story.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And we've got a question for you, Ricky. Sorry, Wallace from Ricky again. We haven't got a few more people joining. So
Uh,
Ricky says to you, question for Wallace. How do you find today's technology? I personally prefer the old school way.
Old school, definitely old school. Ricky. Yes, it's becoming too complicated now. there's all this complication, all this technology, and we still don't know where we are. What's good about it is I'm sitting here in Australia. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I can speak to Alice on her show. That's good. That side of it's good, for excuse me, for keeping in touch, for promotion, all that kind of thing. That this is great, but everything else, Ricky, I don't know. I don't know what way it's going, but I'm hopeless at all this kind of stuff. Alice makes videos there and stuff like that. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue how to do any of that. I love Facebook. I write my songs and I post it on Facebook, and that's it. I don't have Twitter. I don't have TikTok. I don't have any of these things, but I do like Facebook. Unfortunately, I can see a wee change happening in Facebook as well. So, which is a shame, But there you go. Thanks for the question, Ricky.
Yeah, exactly. And he's actually put that he agrees. He's put I agree. I agree with you.
Oh, good.
And stuff like that.
Thanks, Ricky. I'm
I
glad
mean,
you agree with it.
before we go on, I'm just going to say hello to hello to Dee. I think that's your name, Del. I think that's her name. Anyway, apologies if I get any one's name wrong at the end of the day and stuff like that. So she says hello to us as well. So to join us on the live chat as well. I mean, going back to the technology thing, I completely understand what you're saying because everything now seems to be becoming that technology. It's not just music, go and design a poster that looks real from somebody, like handmade, if you see what I mean.
Right.
Stuff. In music and in other industries, that eventually there's not going to be these jobs because technology is going to become so big that eventually
That's right. AI is going to be huge. I don't fully understand whether it's a thing at this point. I don't know. This forever changing world. It just seems to be changing so quickly now. Nothing stays the same for long now. And I don't know what that tells us, but I try to stay grounded. Work is a huge part of our lives now. To some, it's all of their lives. I try to remain grounded. I'm heading off to the mountain after the show, and I'll be sleeping on the mountain tonight here in Australia, which is a good way to get away from it all and ground myself and connect.
Yeah,
keep my feet firmly on the ground and just keep it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just getting too much with the technology, would you say, as a musician?
Yeah, I think it's always been there to a degree, but now it's everywhere. It's more available. There's so many different things. Like I say, I just stick to Facebook. I couldn't tell you anything else, any other networks or whatever. Right. it's really changing and changing very quick.
Yeah, 100%. I want to come back to that what we were talking about and talk about the streaming platforms and stuff. But before we do that, shall we play?
I would love you to, Alice. I would
You
absolutely love that.
I have done a
Yeah.
promotional video for Wallace. So when you come on the show, guys, with the donation that you give, you also get a promotional video included. Hopefully it will play it, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's have a look and see. Oh, now it decides to play the intro. That's excellent, isn't it? It doesn't play it before. Play it.
Thanks, Alice.
I'll play it again.
Late at night, nothing go. Another drink to hide the sorrow. About to, she's out of your life. Holding it, she's over you, and there's nothing.
Okay, well, people saw parts of that they did. I do apologise for the internet. So if it does buffer, unfortunately, it's completely out of my control, unfortunately. But if you want to go and look at that, and you can find it on all the platforms as well. So, Wallace, that was your home. It was in that video.
Like, writing songs and then I work with different producers, you know. But this one was produced in Nashville. Jerry Peters, absolutely, sir. You know, I recorded the vocal and the main lead here for the song, and emailed it over to Nashville, to Jerry's studio, and they did the rest there. So the musician, you know, the session musicians were absolutely fantastic, and the song, very happy with it. Going well, you know, good reviews and stuff. So yeah, it's really, you know, to go over to Nashville to record the song, but I couldn't. Not to this particular time, but I'm looking forward to going over to Nashville at some point. Meet everybody over there. I look forward to that.
Yeah, that's great. 100%. That's 100%. Yes, Ricky says that there's sound problems. So yes, yeah, I've got sound problems, Ricky. I don't know what to do about that. I completely stuck. Unfortunately, because it runs through an internet stream, it just at the end of the day, it does buffer and stuff. So I will definitely try and look into this for everyone and for people. For some reason,
That's okay. It's totally understandable.
yeah,
Alice.
yeah. The end of the day and stuff. So basically, also Ricky said,
Yeah.
beautiful song, Wallace. pure old
Thank you very much. I do appreciate
yeah,
that. I really do.
it's a
Means a
great
lot
song.
to me.
It's a great song. So yeah, just tell me like if someone could give me a comment to make this a problem, that would be good. So Wallace, so what was the inspiration behind that song?
Well, it was just about, you know, a, a girl and boy or whatever, you know, splitting up, and he seeks comfort in drinking lots of alcohol in the bars, and his best mate is obviously wanting to look after him and make sure that he's okay, and take him home, and you know, try and make him feel better, and try to get him to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and try and go over the heartache in another way. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
one of them.
Yeah. I mean, where did you get the chords from? Like, what are your inspirations you got the chords from?
The chords come in all different varieties every day, and if it appeals to me, then I'll do something with the chords. But usually my songs start off with sitting and tinkling around with the guitar, and then if something, which it normally does, comes up, then I just act on that, and get the lyrics going, you know.
Yeah.
But usually it's the chord structure first. It's just an idea or a feeling. It's probably a feeling, and then everything else just falls into place. I don't really set out to write anything, particularly about anything, unless it's something really quite strong. It's you know. So yeah, mainly just an idea of the
Yeah,
chord structure
something that
and how it's done.
you feel from the heart, you know?
Yeah, yes, it comes from the heart. I do put every bit of imagination and feeling into every song that I do. I do write from the heart, you know, because I am so passionate about my music. I love my music, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always heartfelt. You know, no matter what the song's about, it could be, you know, uh, deep and very meaningful. You know, it can be really hard rock and roll with lots of meaning, or it can be a funny song. It just depends where that idea takes me.
Yeah, exactly. And do you have any favorite groups?
I do. I have quite a few, but ones that always spring to mind are Nirvana, Turin Breaks, H2O, and that's the ones I can think of just now. There's a whole load of them, but they're the bands that always spring to mind.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely 100%. 100% definitely. So tell me, obviously I said we were going to come back after we played your song, I'll Take You Home. So now we're going to get
Yeah.
on to the fact of one of the things you were mentioning to me that you wanted to talk about particularly was also about the obviously creating records and the streaming side of things, and how platforms are just not supporting musicians with any sort of money. So, the end of the day, and so how have you find that? How have you found that? And what do you think needs to be done?
Good question, Alice. Well, you just need to ask any musician, at my level, relatively unknown artists that um, struggle with streams. There's maybe a song there, but it just seems to be that the platforms are doing better than musicians are. I mean, you hear, you know, ridiculous stories about thousands of streams, and musicians are only getting a few pounds.
Yeah,
And you can, unless you're Taylor Swift or somebody like that. But if you do a gig or you do a festival, say a gig, for example, if you've got a wee merchandise stall at the side of the stage or wherever in the venue, you can make more money um, from selling merchandise than you can
yeah.
in any other way, Alice. And unless you're a big huge star.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's just I think I was talking to you like they're the independent charts out there and stuff. If you see what I mean. I mean, obviously they've come on the scene, obviously, but it's just so difficult for independent musicians to get into the music to the official charts. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, that's just like what we were talking about earlier. The divide, oh, it's huge. You know, to get to the places, you've got to, unless you've got a wee bit of luck on your side. Um, you hear the wonderful stories about guys like myself that managed to somehow get through with a lot of streams or a lot of views, and they kind of take off from there. But it's meant in that, it's just a lot more difficult nowadays. But at the end of the day, I do it because I love it. If one person likes my song, that makes me happy for the rest of the day, and
Yeah,
I can't wait to write another song and get another like.
yeah,
Because it's just a great feeling when somebody compliments what you do as a musician.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And what has been like your number one goal, like that you've always wanted to do?
oh, tour the world, Alice. Wouldn't we? Wouldn't we all? I would love to. I would love to get some, create some real interest and manage to get on the road and be a headline show, and sing all my songs in front of thousands of people. Uh, that's a dream. That's a dream, and it's one I'll hold on to uh, until
Yeah,
the end of time.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But you were even saying to me about music. You're going to festivals now. It's not worthy musicians going to festivals now. If you see what I mean, because of the fact of petrol and stuff and
Yeah,
that sort of stuff. You see what I mean?
yeah. It's all about money, Alice. And obviously after COVID as well, I think people are essentially, festivals, etc. Pubs even, um, it's tough for musicians now. But you just got to keep going and enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly, 100%. I mean, like I say, obviously, I've written a song, obviously, and as a musician, like you were saying, it's tough now to get exposure. Like this is one of the reasons why I set up this show, because there are not a lot of shows that do interviews anymore. And for that, at the end of the day, unfortunately, and stuff. And promote their music stuff, because it just feels sad. I mean, it mustn't be it mustn't be an industry that dies out. It has to be, it has to go on at the end of the day. I mean, music is what we listen to and stuff like that. But I think the main problem is that, unfortunately, you got it's like a divide. It's like a dividing line where you've got, like, independent artists on this side. In between, it's like if you're in that category, you can get on really well, but if you're in the other category, it's like you've got to make it on your own.
That's right. This is what's happened, and it's just going to keep going. I can only see that divide get more. You get bigger artists now that were big back in the day. They're playing in smaller venues now too. It's not the same. Seems it's wild. So yeah, it's forever changing, Alice. So yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a shame.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really sad. I mean, there are charities out there. They are, at the end of the day. I think Wallace is gone. I think, Wallace, do you mind me asking, have you got a dog in the background?
Yeah.
Have you?
Have
you? That's what the song. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I kept thinking this growling sound and stuff.
This is my two babies. They're with me all the time.
Oh,
they've been few shows now.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
It's very early. It's very early in the morning here in Australia, and they just.
Yeah. Are you able to change the camera?
Sorry, Alice.
Are you able to show them to the camera and pick them up?
Yeah, of course. I'll try it.
All right. Let's see. Oh, so you're the two that been making all the noise. So there you go, Ricky. That's your answer about why there's noise. There's dogs in the background. There is at the end of the day and stuff. Oh, well, it's lovely to have that company at the end of the day. It makes it more really just at the end of the day. It's about the end of the day. So definitely 100%. Well, this is live, and it's great to have an actual live show. So going back, do the dogs like music too?
They love it, and I get up every morning at 5:30. I give them their wee snacks, and then before I head off to we sit in the lounge here, and we play the guitar, and they have a wee run around and a wee dance, and they're happy wee dogs. They love the guitar. They love the guitar. They love it.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, Wallace, what time is it where you are at the moment in Australia?
Well, I've been up since 4 in the morning. It's now 25 to 6 in the morning, Saturday morning.
Wow, 25 to 6. My goodness me. Wow.
Yeah, I set my alarm for 4 o'clock, so I wouldn't miss you.
Oh, that's great. It just goes to show you just show people more around the world and stuff. Sorry about that, Wallace. At the end of the day and stuff, you'll get a and stuff like that at the end of the day. I mean, No, I mean, I just want to say to musicians as well, if you are around the world and you feel like that, obviously you don't want to do an interview early, you can always ask to change the time. Like we do have it on 8 o'clock, but so I don't want people getting up at ridiculous times for these interviews. So yeah,
I don't mind. I'm used to it now, Alice.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Obviously, obviously it's different here, but for the UK back home, yeah, it kind of works out that, yeah, that's just the way it is. It's a bit, if I got something out better with them, I usually do, but it's still going to be early.
yeah, exactly, 100%. Okay, then. Well, let's now move on to your second song out of the two, which we are going to play. And yeah, quite an interesting title you've got here. It's called "I Think My Last Bottle Down." What's that about?
Yes. Well, instead of saying drink, I say think. I drink my last bottle down. I think my last bottle down. It means that, I think this is maybe a kind of personal one. I think I kind of wrote this with myself in mind. Of how lonely it can be in a bar, drinking alcohol, because I had I had a serious problem with alcohol at the time. I'm 7 years sober now, and I'm doing a lot better now than I ever have.
Yeah,
So, mind that it's very lonely. It's a horrible thinking place, and having my last beer before I head out into the cold, and just the whole story about feeling rubbish with alcohol.
yeah, exactly. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to play your first song. I'll take you home in full, and after that, we're going to play also your song. I think my bottle down. We're going to. So yeah, we're going to play that.
Yeah.
We are. So
Both.
It's late at night, nothing going right. Another drink to hide the sorrow. Couldn't care less about tomorrow. She's out of your life, holding their knife. She's over you, and there's nothing you can do. It's late.
a bit of a strange one. It just literally basically they played the chorus and then basically just the verse and that was it. The end of the day, I will try and get that song and load it into the system. Not sure why it's doing that. We'll play your second song at the end of the day. That should be a bit more better luck.
look at the clock as it tries to tell me the bar will close, it's just about time. I look at my drink and it's just about empty. I feel so bad and I know I'll soon cry. And as I turn to leave the barroom, the gantry lights bid me farewell. I lift my beer and hold it tightly, and I think my last bottle down. A lonely street, a cold reminder that everything comes to an end. Another night I can't remember, and I've probably lost another fake friend. And as I turn to leave the barroom, the gantry lights bid me farewell. I lift my beer and hold it tightly, and I think my last bottle down. Yes, I think my last bottle down.
Oh, my mic's been muted. Oh God, stupid me. Hello everyone. Yes, we are back. That was Wallace's track. I will think my bottle down. And Wallace, I was just speaking to him. Would you like to play your would you like to play a live song for us after that song?
I would love to sing a song, Alice. We could maybe do it in another show.
If you want to, or you can do it after the next song if you want.
Okay, I'll try and think of one quickly.
No pressure, no pressure. Here is Wallace's song that kind of messed up. I will take you home.
It's late at night, nothing going right. Another drink to hide the sorrow, couldn't care less about tomorrow. She's out of your life, holding the knife. she's over you, and there's nothing you can do. The gantry lights are getting hazy. Whiskey shots drive you crazy. Feeling helpless and so lonely. Thinking out loud, if you don't, but it's too late. Leave what's left in the bottle. You're out of your mind. I'll help you find a way. So come on, mate. Leave what's left in the bottle. You look in my eyes and ask me why. Why did she go away? I can't live another day. The gantry lights are getting hazy. Whiskey shots drive you crazy. Feeling helpless and so lonely. Thinking out loud, if you don't, but it's too late. Leave what's left in the bottle. You're out of your mind. I'll help you find a way. So come on, mate. Leave what's left in the bottle. I'll take you home. I'll take you home. I'll take you home. So come on, mate. I'll take you home. I'll take you home. I'll take you home.
That was Wallace Mair, and I'll take you home. And finally, that worked. And I'm going to bring back in Wallace as well, because he's got his guitar. So, Wallace, during the song, did you think about what song you wanted to play?
Yes, I've got so many songs that I've managed to bring one to mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Okay. Take it away.
Never met someone wonderland. Had to need nobody to understand. Walking around the quicksand. Never need nobody to hold my hand. Over, sweet emotion, so high, all over you. You got the time now to be true. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. You're the magic potion, keeping me alive. You get the time now to be. I've only got time for you. You got the time now for feeling blue. I've only got time for you. For you. For you.
Yay, that was great. That was great. Well done. That was great. That was great.
Thanks,
Really,
Alice. That was fun. That was
great,
fun.
really a bit
Thank you.
well done. That was great. That was absolutely great. Okay, guys. So, as usual, this is a time to open up the floor for you to ask Wallace questions as well. It is if you've been watching the show and you want to ask Wallace any questions, then you can feel free to do so in the next over the 9 minutes as well. Don't forget as well, if you want to go and donate and you've been watching this show to Musician Chat, you can go to https://co-fi.com/musician chat, and all the donations go towards the description program for this program to run as well. It did. So Wallace, where are you? Where are you? Uh, Here you are at the end of the day. No, that was absolutely great. That was really great. And stuff like that. Okay, we're going on to the last 9 minutes of the show. We are. Um, so yeah. So what plans do you have for the future?
Good question, Alice. Just to keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully get some more recognition for what I do as a musician. Just be grateful, for every day. Try to lead the simple life, but certainly to try and get more established in the music world would be definitely my main ambition.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And uh, basically, we got a couple of comments from Ricky. He says, Pluv's song, lovely melody. I think that's what he means to the song I'll Take You Home. He means to that song, Wallace. So, yeah, he means to that song he does. And also, left another
Thanks,
comment.
Ricky.
He says, enjoy your music, Wallace. Great artist. We'll follow you and your songs. He's put.
Thank you very much, Ricky. That's awesome.
No problem, no problem. No, because this show is for musicians to get exposure and stuff like that at the end of the day, and stuff, and yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we talked about the music industry, and obviously, why you think it should change and stuff. If you see what I mean, and so yeah, I mean, so is there any other things that people don't know about you that you like doing apart from your music?
I love going to the mountains. I'll be heading up there shortly. Um, it's just something that I like to do, Alice.
Yeah,
Um, I love, I love football. Um, I love just, just taking it easy and staying grounded, and I just live a simple life. I hardly socialise. I don't really go out much. The only time I do is if I'm singing, and that's about it.
yeah.
I,
That's
I
what.
would, I would love to congratulate you, Alice, on everything that you do. You work so hard at promoting and what you do as a presenter as well and a musician.
Yeah,
I've 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 kind of followed you for a number of years now, and you're doing absolutely amazing, and
yeah,
all credit to you. You know,
y- yeah. No, thank you very much, and likewise, Wallace, to you for coming on the show. At the end of the day, because this show wouldn't run without musicians and stuff. So yeah, so thank you very much for coming on the show.
I love being in your show, Alice, and I really look forward to doing it again sometime. We can have another we get together.
Yeah, I mean that would be great. I mean, also this show as well. It's also for obviously serious stuff, but also it's for good entertainment. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like people watching television. It's the same thing. You know, people sit
Of
down. They
course.
can have they can have good entertainment. It's a musician chat
Well,
channel. So yeah,
we've got to keep it entertaining, haven't we? No, it's what we do.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
No matter what,
Yeah. I
And
mean, yeah. If it was just a very static show, it would just be really boring. It would be and stuff. You know what I mean? But no, we got to have
I,
fun.
yeah, all the wee technical hitches and making mistakes, singing live, stuff like that. It's all part of it. Shows that we're only human.
Yeah.
I would hate to be perfect. That must be really boring.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
but, no, it's good to be and do what we do, Alice.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was like the two things with the dogs, at the end of the day, like that was funny. I kept hearing growling throughout the program. I thought, do I say anything? Do I not? I kept doing like barking and noises. I thought, I wonder if it's dogs at the end of the day. And it's just those little things like, will make people like chuckle and sit back in their seat. You're not expecting it and stuff. I think if an interview is too static, I think that, it's not entertaining to the viewer and stuff. So, it's always good to have, unexpected stuff in there.
You'll always get that with me, that's for sure. A lot of off the wall stuff with this chap, but no, it's the dogs are always with me, Alice. I love my dogs, and
Yeah.
that that was them just wanting their wee snacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And a chance to appear on the show. Yeah. 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 They've gone for
chance to be in the
they've,
dog.
they've, they've gone for free. They haven't paid a donation. Yeah, dogs go for free on this program. Yeah. So yeah,
I
yeah.
know. I'll need to be getting on at them, but they've been in a few shows now. I'm actually thinking of starting their own profile.
Oh, right, yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, and Wallace, just very finally, because we're coming towards the end of the program, where can people find your music?
Um, so my album, one of my albums, the most popular one, What's in the Name? It's called Wallace Mair. What's in the Name? You can get that on any of the platforms, iTunes, Deezer, Spotify, all the sort of major platforms. Plus, if you want to see me singing live, just go into my Facebook page, Wallace Mair. That's all. Go on there, scroll down my page, and you'll see lots of the songs that I write and post on my page. And you're more than welcome to go through my page and all my photographs and whatever. Just make yourself at home there.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Well, Wallace, thank you very much again for coming on this show. It's really been appreciated at the end of the day. You can watch this show back on our YouTube channel and also our Facebook as well at the end of the day. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Alice, and we'll speak again soon.
No problem. And if you would like to appear on Musician Chat, get in touch via our YouTube, our Facebook, or other platforms. Next week we have got Barry Tomes. Who has worked with T Rex and Mark Bolin and Susie Quandra and all the big stars. They will be on next week, and you can put your questions to him. But for me, Alice Randall, and all the other team as well, it is night from Musician Chat. We'll be back next Wednesday, and not. Finally, but at least as well, to mention about Paul Da Vinci, the actual live singer from the Rubettes, who was the voice of Sugar Baby Love. He'll be on the program. He will be on Friday as well. So we have got we've got two people we have at the end of the day, and they're quite big, major people as well. So we are definitely I'm definitely looking forward to hosting them as well at the end of the day. And remember, if you do want to go and put in your donations, that is at the link. Basically, you can do so on my Facebook and on the YouTube as well. And for me, Alice Randall, all it's left for me to say is see you next week and good night.